In Budapest, in Hungary, and behind me is the River Danube, this spectacular stretch of water which is running all the way down to the Black Sea through 10 different nations. And the river represents the future of humanity, because while we can easily build cities and while we can easily sort out power and food on the one hand, on the other hand it's easy to waste these things, especially water. And what happens in one nation affects another. If you have an industrial accident which dumps a whole load of insecticide into the water of this river, it's going to affect 9 other nations and their water supply for the next week or 10 days. So water, this incredibly precious resource, is going to need to be managed in a very different way in future than we've done in the past, with all kinds of treaties, international alliances and so on. Recently there was a conflict between Uganda and Sudan because Uganda had decided to turn off the Nile. Yes, the Nile's source comes from Lake Victoria in Africa, which has many nations bordering it, and there was a drought, there was a lot of extraction, there was a lot of water allowed to flow down the Nile in order to make electricity for the Ugandan government. And the Uganda government realized that the water level was too low, and they decided to reduce the amount of water going out through their hydroelectric dam, and that affected the people downstream hugely. It meant the Sudanese were short of water, the Egyptians were short of water. So you can expect low-grade conflicts right up to even war between countries over the next 30 to 50 years in places that are very water-stressed or where water supplies are being violated by nations upstream. And it's not just conflicts between nations, it's conflicts inside nations, because quite literally you can have a farmer that's extracting too much upstream and then a town downstream suffers. So it requires a very different approach to water in the future.